Young girls, don't cry. You're not alone in the fight. The broken, the unspoken, we can't heal if the wound is open. It feels like no easy see your heart is bleeding. You're crying, ignoring you alone. When the wrong and pain and lies I kept a secret to gain for their own benefit. Be strong, be brave. You're too far away from the grave. Stand tall. We are here. We know the spirit of fear. We overcome. Yes, we will overcome.
We will overcome.
Yes, we will. We will overcome. Yes, we will overcome. We will overcome. Yes, we will. Liberia, when will we stop being the inferior? Our vulnerable children stripped of their innocence. It feels like no one hears you see your heart is bleeding. Your cry is ignored when you are ill. When the wrong, the pain, and lies are kept a secret to gain for their own benefit. Be strong, be brave. You're too far away from the grave. Stand tall. We are here. We know the spirit of fear. We will overcome. Yes, we will overcome. We will overcome. Yes, we will. We will overcome. Yes, we will overcome. We will overcome. Yes, we will. Liberia, we can't give up. Young girls, don't cry. You're not alone in the fight.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women. Welcome to Commander Galpohkpa Chesson Talk Show. Today is October the 26th. We wake up this morning to confusion, discombobulation, and I just don't know how to describe what is happening in my country, Liberia. Look at the newspaper this morning. They're questioning the education of Liberian men, questioning the men of Liberia who have education and proclaim to be the leaders of Liberia today. What is happening with the educated men and women of my country? What is happening with my people? I look at the CPP. You look at the newspaper this morning, they were talking about the Ganta Declaration of Prince Johnson in the 2016, during that time when they had the election, when they formed the first coalition, when they seen Benani Ure, Elliot Cummings, Borka. By that time, Borka them were UP. That was Ellen Johnson at the time. They were the dominant force at that time. And all these other parties came together at the behest of Prince Johnson, the killer in Liberia, the senator who is a killer, and the leader of the Nima people who causing trouble in my country today. They met in Ganta, Nimba County, to see how they will come together to beat Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. All these people, L.A. Cummings, William Tuckman, Prince Johnson, Bromskin, Charles Bromskin, all of them got together. And what happened? They formed the Ganta Declaration Group. And that group could not sit together, nor work together, nor even talk together. And who was at the center of all of this? They say Benani Ure. They said Benani Ure wanted to fight Charles Bromskin when it came to forming the framework document for that organization. And it's all about personality, man. It's all about, I don't know what wrong with Liberian men and women. Bromskin got up and said that he was the most educated and most read lawyer. I don't know who told Bromskin that. I don't know what's wrong with our educated people. I don't know who told Bromskin he was the most read, the most educated lawyer in Liberia. What makes these people so damn pompous? That one thing Bromskin and I couldn't get together about is pompousness. This is the boy came to teach me in law school with the same behavior. So they went to the Ganta meeting, sat there, formed the Ganta Declaration group, and what happened? They failed. They failed. They failed. Now here's the same replica of that event, except this time, Joe Borka UP is a part of this group, and it's a further demonstration that Liberian men and educated people got serious problems. I've been telling you all this thing from time immemorial. Right here in Rhode Island, educated people can't work together. The personality issues overwhelm the purpose for the formation of the group. Everybody want to lead. Everybody cannot lead. Benani Ure want to lead. He can't lead. Even if we get Benani Ure power, he can't lead. Benani Ure can't lead. He's incompetent. He's a failure. And you got to accept it. Benin, you're my cousin. I couldn't work with Benin. When I went to Liberia and he called me a foolish man, what gave Benin the right to call me a foolish man because we cry the boys? Huh? You won't leave my country. You will look at me and call me a foolish man and expect me to work with you. This is the problem with our country. We got too many men who are too big for themselves. And in reality, they are fucked up, useless, incompetent, greedy, deceitful. You know, this is the same shit we'll be going through. And when I get mad, I'm just tired with it. I'm tired with it. Why would we be in a country educated people cannot work together? And they're sitting with these dummies like Prince Johnson and these useless assholes who don't know shit, acting like they know shit. If that Nima people want to follow them, let them follow them and go off the damn cliff with them. I'm just tired. I'm tired with useless people. Let them take the damn Nimba people, the Ganda people, and all those bitches, and y'all run off the cliff. But this is intolerable. What's wrong with you men? What's wrong with you women? I listen to friends that do this morning, this ignorant, dumb, useless man talking about this. Joe Boga with the Congo people, the country man, you take over. The country man took over 98. What the fuck has the country man done for Liberia to this day? Nothing but kill each other and steal our damn money. The country man is a damn rogue, a murderer. So let's stop the bullshit. Let's stop the bullshit. I'm tired with it. I'm tired of seeing useless men running around like assholes, acting like foolish people. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Then people wonder why the military taking over countries again in all over Africa. The military rising again, overthrowing the deceitful, useless, educated men. But I don't see no growth for us. If this is our path, military coups, overthrows of governments, people coming in, greedy, selfish, low lives, don't care about anything but themselves. That's what I gotta ask. My first question: do the leaders of CPP care about Liberian people? I mean, I really want to know: do you people in Liberia care about the Liberian people? Look at the way you're behaving. Look at the way the CDC behaving. This is a ragtag regime of useless fools. How much you will steal? Our country is broken down. The economy is a mess. People printing money. The money comes, they don't even know what to do with it. They're asking each other, what is money for? Development? Is it for mopping up the money? What is this money for? People make laws and rules without any legality, without following our constitution. People just get up and do things. We print money, okay, let's print it. There's no consideration of anything else. You're in America, people won't print money, they discuss who picture will be on the money, what kind of design where the money will be. In Liberia, the Chinese people do everything for us. Or wherever we print the money, they design it for us. We have no say in it. We just order the money and the money comes. What's on it? How's it designed? It doesn't matter because our legislature and government is useless. It's incompetent. Our country gone. I listened to the same frenzy dude this morning talking about inflation, repression. All of that is coming to us because the people leading us now, they don't know nothing. And because they don't know nothing, they have no sense of care beyond what they can see, their brothers and sisters and cousins. They don't care about the masses of Liberian people because they are blind. They are educationally blind. But the people who are supposed to have education, Brendan Ayure, Alec Cummings, Joe Boga, these people have demonstrated that they know better than the blind George. We are them. Look at our country today. Look how it's going on, Liberia. Our country is about to be on the verge of another civil war or a coup d'etat or serious unrest in our country. They talk about gas going. That's no lie. Look at America. The gas prices going up in the different states. We have a chain of supply issue. COVID-19 has damaged everything. Then the incompetence of Donald Trump administration fucked everything up more. And if America is willing to come back to some sense of normalcy, what do you think about third world countries? They're talking about Ghana, they ain't got no gas. Gas prices going up. America talking about using our reserves because OPEC is messing up again. So what do you expect for Liberia to happen? Yeah, my topics for today. Do the leaders of the collaborating political parties care about the people of Liberia? When educated men and women fail, 2. 3, the Patriot. Do leaders of the CPP care about Liberian people? Look at what's going on now. They're talking about Alec Cummings coming from America, and they're going to, instead of going to his party, he's going to Liberty Party to have a welcome party. And they say Numblikang, I don't know about it. Musa Belete invited him. And there's a conflict right there. People talking about throwing Alec Cummings out of the Liberty Party. Can't start talking all these kind of things. But you know, every day I hear these kind of things, my heart just drop. And I listen to people today talking, I listened to, I think that was Amos George or something like that, talking about when Boka becomes president. There's people, I don't want to be mistaken because I listened to plenty of people this morning, but one of them was talking that Casa them the next minister, Lobo them, prospective ministers. Are these people ready to lead us? Do these people have the temperament to lead us? Leadership is not just coming up to lead, to anybody just stepping up to lead. There are many things that encompass leadership. Leading people. And when our educated people step to the helm to lead and demonstrate that they have no sense of leadership, demonstrate that they have no sense of insight and foresight and understanding, demonstrate that they are a failed people, our nation can progress and advance because we need leaders Liberia need leaders, and we have no leaders right now. Joseph Boakai has not demonstrated leadership. He has not. And right now, we need somebody talking. Everything is silent. There is not a voice out there bringing us to consciousness. Now we're talking about LA Cummings coming home. There will be a fight. People looking towards violence. I can only teach my people. And I've been passing my shows all around on people, messaging people. I ain't doing it no more. I ain't doing it no more. I've come to the realization that my society and my people are not conscious. There is something missing in Liberian society. My people are not conscious. I will teach, but I will not spread my stuff around no more. It's not worth it. I can't force my people to listen to me. My people got to do that of their own volition. I can't force my people to seek out good leaders. My people got to come to that consciousness themselves. If my people want to follow the same recircle leaders, the same liars and deceitful people that have led them from time immemorial, and continue ignoring a man like me that want to lead them in the right path, that have been talking the same thing for 30, 40 years now, I can't teach my people no more. I can't. But when I look at my country every day, like we're not getting better. We're not getting good leaders. I see so immature people. And when it comes to sit down to plan the policies of our country, and people put themselves before the interests of our country. When the leaders cannot trust each other because of their greed, their power for influence is so high that they can't trust each other, that they feel they can't relinquish nothing. Somebody will step over them. Everything got to be somebody trying to steal from them or betray them or stab them in the back. Our country has come down to nothing but thieves and bandits. Because only thieves and bandits think that everybody will want to get something over the other person. Look at front page African news today talking about how George Weah see the education problem will propel him to the presidency again. Go read that article. How everything has been about power and influence and money and control. That our people have some serious personality issues, some serious egotistical issues. And if we don't overcome these things, our country will not move forward. Our country will repel into an era of dictatorship again, where one person will rise and dominate the whole landscape of our politics because we got too many greedy people. We got too many short-sighted people who just want power and money and think they're smart. This is a wake-up call for Liberian people. Our leaders have betrayed us. Our leaders have failed us. Our leaders are non-existent. And Liberia needs leaders. And I can't stress this anymore. We can talk about all the problems that go on Cassia with his airplane and how the court turned against him and how he wants to go sue. We can talk about Charles Taylor taking us to court for his pension. We can talk about the disgusting bullshit going on in Liberia right now where our leaders and our government can't lead our country. Our country looks like a nasty mess. Our city is a sitting garbage of human feces and nastiness. Do the leaders of the coalition political party care about the Liberian people? I know George Weah doesn't care about people, but George Weah don't have any sense. George Weah, all our education George Weah got is not his education, that somebody gave it to him. But then the real people who's supposed to be educated and know no different than George Weah. George Weah even stronger than them because they're acting a little immature bitches. This is where we are. This is where we are. And I can't hide it. If the anger is here because of the behavior of our people, I can't hide it. Because that's not something I expect from these people. I expect these people to behave far better. I expect them to set good standards for our country and our people. But come on, I come and see it. Look at what happened in my country today. Look at the mess Casa, Lobo, and all the people doing in our country. You know? Francis Doe, all the immature people. We got some serious problems. I can only put them forward, but we got to attend to them ourselves. And women fail. All through our lives in Liberia, we look to our educated people as the sources of good leadership, good direction, good moral upbringing and insight and understanding. What has happened to the educated men and women of Liberia today? What's wrong? There's nothing good coming out of these educated groups. Nothing. You know, when you sit down together and cannot have mutual minds, you cannot have a meeting of the minds. You people cannot set your personalities aside for the interest of something greater than yours. When educated men and women fail, Liberia fails. Liberia is destroyed. Everything we stand for crumbles. And this is where we are now. Our educated people have failed and are still failing because their objectives, their priorities are screwed up. You got to set your priorities. You got to set what is important to you first as a priority. It comes before everything, prior to everything else. And if you don't do it, we'll never move forward. And it means planning, strategizing, looking to the future, and basing on our current situation, predicting where we'll be if we pursue the same path on a continual pattern. Where we'll be. So here we are today. We can see that it will continue on this path. We're not going nowhere. We'll not produce. We'll not lift ourselves up. We'll not prepare our children for a better future. We're not. And we'll all just be failing to not. But it's time to reel ourselves back in now and come to the realization that as men and women of education, if we do not lead, we will fail. And Liberia needs leaders. Liberia needs men and women to step to the plate and close the gap of leadership that has been wanting since 1980 to this very day. I hear talk about us going back into interim government. You think that's good? You think that's good for a nation to dwell on interim governments? Where Eric, Tom, Dick, and Harry wanting to be president? Is this what we're coming to? We don't have no sense of leadership and direction. We got to come back to interim governments again. It's a shame. And if we do that, it is sheer evidence that we have no leaders and we need a dictator, a good dictator. Because it's not natural. It's not right. It's not just. Something wrong. Something wrong somewhere. And we got to find it. If we don't find it, we'll perish. So, my final topic, the Patriot. I keep telling you, we have to take responsibility for our own destiny, for our own future. Nobody can help us. Nobody can help us. Especially when we're proven to have educated people among us, sound people among us, people who can work in America and produce, then they can't produce in Liberia. When it comes to Liberia, everything is about stealing and corruption and uselessness and inaptitude. But when it comes to America, we work like dogs. But anyway, as patriots, our country deserves better. Our poor people who can read and write, who are in the villages striving, deserve better. But who among us can deliver? Who among Liberians today can take the helm and lead like good and positive men and women? Only the shadow knows. But my advice is, we got to take care of our interests. We got to restructure our mentality. We got to form a common Liberian interest that we'll all look towards to see grow and progress. what would that be? What would that be for us? Because until we find that commonality in us to want to grow, to want to build our nation, to want to strengthen our children, nothing really matters to us. The time of the true Liberian people is now. I keep telling you this. Everything else doesn't matter. We must stop thinking. We must start thinking on our future, on our current situation, and the destiny of our children. I gotta go. Aluta! Continue. Have a good day.